Chapter 1. At the Cohen House. "Hello, Bella." Edward was an inch away from my face when he spoke. I tilted my face upward, and he kissed me softly. I shivered and leaned against him, kissing him back. We were starting to get really into it when... Edward! Emmett burst into the room obnoxiously. He ignored Edward's glare and shouted, "Did I interrupt anything?" "Yes," Edward said through gritted teeth. Emmett pretended not to notice. Rosalie trailed behind through the doorway, followed by Alice and Jasper. They all sighed tiredly. "What's wrong?" I asked. They sighed again and just looked at me. "Bella, have you noticed anything?" Rosalie paused. "Different?" "Well, I don't know. You've been rather nice to me lately." "Exactly." She plopped down on the couch. "And I don't know why." At this she burst into tears, followed by Jasper, Alice, and Emmett. Edward and I stared at them and burst out laughing. Ha ha. "Oh, so you think this is funny, eh?" Alice was all up in my face. "How funny do you think it is when you max out all your credit cards in one weekend because you keep compulsively shopping?" Don't you do that every weekend?" I pointed out nervously. "But I do it even more now," she sobbed, then turned to Jasper. "And he isn't helping. His emotions have been all out of whack lately." "Well, Edward's been doing the self-pity, self-hatred thing too," Jasper whined. "And Bella, oh wow, you're still pretty much the same, but you make out with Ed way too much." I blushed and turned away. "Well, what's your problem?" I asked Emmett. "I'm obnoxious," he said proudly. Rosalie whacked him over the head. "Ow, stop it." "Emmett, vampires can't feel pain," I started lecturing him. I was distracted as Esme came into the living room. She was dancing around spraying Windex and other cleaning things on everything. Esme was singing the llama song. She stopped at the couch and gave me a serious look. She then started babbling on about motherly supportive things, like, "Bella, you will be such a wonderful addition to the family," and "If Edward's happy, I'm happy." After she was done, Esme turned to Edward and started singing another song. Oh great, I immediately knew the song when she sang the first lines. "If you're gay, that'd be okay. I mean, 'cause hey, I'd like you anyway." "Esme, that's not true at all," he protested. The rest of the family tried not to snicker, and Edward would have blushed if he could. I was already rolling on the floor laughing. Awful. "If you were queer, I'd still be here, year after year, 'cause you are dear to me," she continued. We were all laughing now, and Edward was snarling. Esme finished the bow just as Carlisle walked in. "Hey, have you noticed anyone been acting weird lately?" he asked, trying to ignore the now dancing Esme. "Yes," everyone said at once. We described all our issues and he sighed. "Uh-oh, we have a case of bad fanfiction," Carlisle said, annoyed. "Huh?" We were all confused. "Someone's been combining all the bad character traits of typical Twilight fanfiction. Obnoxious Emmett, nice Rosalie, shopaholic Alice, over-emotional Jasper, hyper Esme, self-loathing Edward, and horny Bella." "Hey, why am I horny?" I growled. "Because you are." Carlisle ignored me. "So anyways, this is somehow affecting us. I wonder what's happening to everyone else." Hint, hint. I think it has a gravitational pull on our world and the push. "Jacob, I've noticed you've been a little depressed lately," Billy stated carefully. "Shut up! I hate you! I hate life! I hate everything except Bella!" Jacob stood up from the table and screamed. "No, you're definitely not depressed," Billy said obviously. "Shut up! Shut it up!" he yelled, knocking over his chair. "Jacob, you know I love you," Billy continued. "I'm leaving!" He stormed out of the room. "Must go find pointy objects. Cutting is fun." Back with the Cullens. So, as I was saying, that's why we're all acting weird, Carlisle finished. We all just looked at him, confused. Carlisle, we missed your explanation, Alice said helpfully. But I just said it, he whined. We know, but the stupid beep fanfiction writer put a Jacob scene over it, Emmett shouted obnoxiously. No swearing, Esme yelled from the kitchen, where she was dancing on the table. That was weird. Anywho, to stop this, we need to get out of this fanfiction, Carlisle concluded. But we can't, Rosalie said unhelpfully. This beep hole isn't listening to us, the freak. Ominous thunder suddenly boomed overhead. Clouds magically appeared, and lightning flashed. What did you just call me? A not-so-deep voice shouted. Jasper suddenly looked up at the sky and started freaking out. God, is that you? Please forgive me, please. Jasper, stop freaking out. I'm not God. Oh, I'm sorry, it said. Oh my gosh, God knows my name, he squealed to Alice and then fell on his knees again. Oh God, I'm not worthy. He shook violently and had a spaz attack on the floor. Jasper, Jasper. Alice was now kicking him in the side with her pointy heels. No! She screamed when he didn't get up. The good, or insane, always die young, the voice commented. Who are you? Alice yelled at the sky. Why, Jasper, why? Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'm a fanfiction writer. Author's note. Yeah, like you didn't see that one coming. The voice, hereby known as the writer, said. I shuddered. I want out of this fanfic, Carlisle suddenly yelled. My wife is insane, my son just died, and my future daughter-in-law is a slut. I glared at him. Sorry, Bella, he added. I'm sorry, but I can't do that for you. It would ruin my perfect story, the writer gloated. We all snickered at the word perfect. Haha, what a loser. There was a long, awkward pause. So you're going to let us out or what? Rosalie broke the silence. Hells no, the writer smiled wickedly. I've got big plans. Another voice came from above. Honey, what are you doing? It's 3 a.m. Nothing. Oh, okay then. The second voice left. Meanwhile, I suddenly turned to Edward and whispered, Edward, I'm pregnant. But that's not possible, he cried, incredulous. I know, but somehow I'm pregnant, I said solemnly. Edward sat a moment, taking this in. And, I started, I have a terminal illness. Edward was now rolling on the floor screaming, Why us? Why must everything go wrong? Why? Oh yeah, I added, another strange vampire is stalking me. Again. Everyone started going hysterically mad. Alice was shaking on the floor, having some visions. Carlisle was pounding on the walls. Rosalie was shopping again. Esme was still dancing on the table. Emmett was eating a taquito. And Jasper still wasn't moving. No, Bella, you're better off without me. I believe it. I started crying as soon as he said that. You guys, stop it, came a whisper. Oh, sorry. You guys, stop it, came a whisper from above. Stop it, it said louder. We all froze. The writer started sobbing. All I wanted to do was write a fanfic, it cried. The best fanfic ever. Esme finally said something that made sense. We know, but you broke all the good rules. We know, but you broke all the rules of a good fanfiction, she consoled. Carlisle added, yeah, that's what making Bella pregnant, ill, and depressed? I don't know, the writer said. The stories like that get mooch of reviews. Just 'cause it gets reviews doesn't mean it's good writing, Jasper lectured. Everyone stared at him. Did the writer resurrect me? He said in a stage whisper. How do I fix this? The writer asked. 2 words, everyone said in unison. Delete it. I'll think about it, the writer said, and faded. After a long pause, I asked, so, What do we do now?" "We wait," Carlyle replied sadly. He was now comforting his wife, who was sobbing about bananas and lattes. We all sighed and waited. Back in the real world, a young girl sat silently at her computer, staring at her recent work. She grappled with her immotorno, staring at the keyboard. Her fingers trembled with obnoxiousness. Her index finger hovered millimeters away from the delete key. She suddenly looked up, as if someone was watching her. She quickly came to a decision. The girl sat up straight, smiled, and clicked. The awful fanfiction was now forever published. And that is the end of Chapter 1. Tune in next time for Chapter 2, which will probably be coming tomorrow, actually. This is Blue, signing out.